Pero I thought, well, my time you might get killed. My focus. Is my focus not working? Oh, it looks crispy in OBS Studios. Huh. Fite feed. My logos. Mm. Smoking Halloween, I'm on that alcohol. On any me queen. Let me out. Two holes in my bed, I got 'em turning now. But if I for 12 around my time, you might get killed. Alright. Might have to change the goal of this stream, y'all. What up, Torin? Happy Friday, brother. How you doing? Sorry, buddy. I had to refresh there. Wasn't stuff wasn't showing up the way it should. What's going on, Torin? What do you got going on tonight? I got to start doing my pick research. Yeah, dude, it was. It's gonna be a fun one, man. It's gonna be a good one. Sitting on the balcony. Is it raining in Nashville or is it nice out? I'm trying to Oh, that's good, dude. What's the temp out there right now? I'm trying to tonight I gotta do my pick research for the next card, but I'm also wanting to play a little bit of Xbox. Yeah, they're really close, dude. You know what though? I think that they both have accurate heights listed. You know, like if Max is taller, it literally would be by like an inch or maybe in half an inch. You know what I mean? Like I think Max is listed 5'11", Oliveira is listed 5'10". But you know what is very apparent? Charles has much longer arms. When I was watching their what you call it, the Paramount face off they had, you could really tell that Charles' arms are a lot fucking longer, like significantly longer. Have you 70? Hey, there you go. 61, dude. You know what? It's cold in Phoenix today. Believe it or not, cold for Phoenix. I would say not. People from our stomping grounds would think I'm crazy for saying this, but 70 degrees today in Phoenix and a little windy, which believe it or not is pretty cold. because I'm pretty used to it being like 90, 85 to 90, and like that 15 degrees changes a lot out here. Torn, you play Xbox at all? Or I guess just video games in general. I'm running up some. I'm a big Fallout nerd. I used to play Fallout all the time, so I'm running up a little bit of Fallout New Vegas. Just procrastinating, bro. My girlfriend's gone right now. She's actually in Chicago, so I've got a lot of time on my hands. Oliveira said he can't let his family down tomorrow. Said he has plans on being Holloway. Dude, hey, I'm hoping that you're free and you'll pop into my live stream. I want you to be there to keep me honest, right? If Oliveira gets it done, you have free reign to say I told you so. I feel that, bro. What games did you grow up playing? Because we're like the same age, damn near. You're 31, right? I think so. You're born 94. You're 2 years older than me, and we're like 3 days apart birthday wise, which is pretty sick, bro. I remember you said your birthday I think is June 3rd, right? I'm June 6th, so we're like right neck and neck, bro. Dude, I really don't get a lot of time to play like video games anymore. It's honestly hard to game and do YouTube and work. It's hard to put it all together. You know what I mean? I wish I had the fucking the Elgato thing. If you can't tell, I've got a little bit of a. I guess I have no other way of saying it, but I guess it's just kind of a ghetto rig setup right here. I've got my old webcam just pointing at my TV. Yeah, Saints Row's great, bro. That was one of my favorites. The first one is unbelievable. I remember, bro, when I would play that. I don't know why, but I was obsessed with when I would get out of the jail or whatever, the prison. I always wanted to go to like there's this one. I think it was I can't remember what district it was, but there's like a certain area in Saints Row where you could go and like rob the clothing stores, and I always wanted my guy to be dressed in like a nice suit. I would always get like this expensive ass suit, but I would steal shit. It was like the first thing I always did. Dude, the SmackDown versus Raw games are fucking sick, man. I think it was the 2006 game. I got the Xbox 360 and played that. I played that fucking SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, I think it was. I played the fuck out of that game. Yeah, Saints Row 1 and 2. The third is the one where it started to get weird, right? We were talking about that. We did that shit where you could like fucking have aliens and shit come. You know what, bro? If you like single player games, you really might like the Fallout games, to be honest with you. Yeah, I agree, bro. Dude, they did too much with that. But you know what it was? It was like they were trying to attract that younger audience. You know what I mean? I feel like by the time the third one and the fourth one came out, like you and I had already kind of aged out of it. And they were trying to get the younger crowd. But dude, you might actually like these Fallout games because they're like this game is specifically Fallout New Vegas. You basically create a guy that and you live in like post-apocalyptic world, and you it's like free reign. Like you can do whatever the hell you want, pretty much. I haven't played the new SmackDown games. Have you tried those out at all? I know they've been making new ones, so I've been meaning to like at some point try it, but I just haven't. I haven't like kept up with the wrestling at all. I used to watch that shit every week though, bro. That was good times, man. Oh yeah, dude. They really they were similar to GTA, but they to me they weren't clones. They were there was a clear difference in those games. Yeah, but I agree with you, bro. They really fucked it up. I think Saints Row was better, bro. Because like Saints Row, you got to create your character and shit, which you don't like. Obviously, with GTA Online, you got to do that, but like if you're just comparing it to like the earlier GTA's, which is the ones they were competing with, I think Saints Row was more my style because I like to be able to customize a character and shit, you know? It's a shame, dude. I feel like games do that so much though. Like they have something good and then they have to switch it up for no fucking reason. You know what I mean? I look thanks, bro. UFC breaking news. Thank you. I get that a lot, bro. I need to get myself a little Khabib hat. Bro, it's you know what it is? UFC breaking news. It's this shit. It's my brow bone right here. My brow bone makes me look like it. I'm not. I'm not Dagestani, believe it or not. I am uh of German descent. I'm an American, of course, but very German. Believe it or not, I'm like the polar opposite of Dagestani. I'm like super thin and I'm pretty tall. So I like I think I just have a head that looks like a Dagestani head. I also can't grapple for shit. So they would shun me. But yeah, I get Khabib a lot, and then I've also been told I look like Dustin when he had a shaved head. But the Khabib is always from the side. Torn, that's sick if they do that. I'll actually play that. That was another thing that was sick. Breaking news: no, I didn't. What are the two title fights? Did he say, or did he just say that there's? He just like leaked that there's two title fights. But yeah, Torn, if you're ever interested, bro, you should uh you should check out the Fallout games. They're really fun. That's what I'm running up right now. I might throw on some UFC 5 though. I got to start doing my research for the next card too, but I just bro, I'm kind of procrastinating right now. I did not see that they released news on the White House card. Picture of six fights had two belts next to him. Fight's been leaked. He is yeah, that's right. Okay. I did see the picture. I didn't see the belts though. That's sick. And Torn, no, it's not. I promise you, it's not a Call of Duty clone at all. Honestly, Fallout could not be further from Call of Duty in my opinion. You gotta trust. I mean, okay, if you're talking like because it's a shooter, there is that aspect. But bro, like Fallout is completely like it's a story based game where like you create a character and you can kind of just do whatever you want. And for me, when I play these games, bro, I'm like I'm all like I'm a in real life I'm always a good person, you know. So when I play these games, I like to be evil. I kind of just fucking kill people. Who do I think is the title fights or headliners? Breaking news. That's a great question, bro. In my opinion, it's hard to say because I know there's this whole fucking thing with John Jones being part of it, which I have to tell you I'm not very happy about, to be honest. I still think that Ilya versus Justin's gonna happen on this card, to be honest. I know that there was like that rumor that they don't want they don't want an American champ to lose. I don't First of all, if that's the case, I think that's the most pussified shit ever. And it's embarrassing to even hear that. But I still think that Ilya versus Justin is such a big fight. I think that they have to have that on there. And then I think it'll be either Pereira versus Gon for the interim heavyweight champ, or, as you know, maybe John Jones. But like I said, dude, I don't like John Jones being in the mix there. But the other thing that's kind of throwing me for a loop now is you have Kamzat versus Sean Strickland, which has been talked about. So we could get that as well. I don't really know which one it'll be. You know, I really don't. It's tough to say. What are you thinking? Dude, I feel like, okay, in terms of this card, probably not. The reason why is because I think right now they're going to force Ilya to defend. So I don't think they would do Ilya versus Islam, but dude, you never know. And plus, I know Ali has been tweeting shit. It's just, I don't think the UFC is going to let him just like completely not defend. And also, I would disagree with that myself. But dude, I think an Islam versus Taporia fight would feed countries, man. That would be a huge fight. John Dong, what's up, buddy? Happy Friday. Breaking news: where are you located, man? Are you an American? Hey, not much, John Dong. As you can see, I'm running up some fucking Xbox. I should be doing my pick research, but I gotta decompress a little. I gotta fuck around on some Xbox. My girlfriend's, she's out of town, so I got free time. Oh, dude, that's a great point too. Breaking news. I forgot about Nunez Harrison entirely. Because honestly, I forgot about that because I haven't been keeping tabs on Kayla Harrison and her recovery. But that's a very good point. I think that she should be available for that. So that's another option. And to be honest with you, I agree. I don't think that that would be. I don't. I'm not as excited about that as a title fight on that card. But I'm also, to be honest, I'm not excited for this card to be only um, 6 fights, 6 or 7 fights. I think that that's a miss by the UFC, in my opinion. Torin, you said here in McGregor's going to be an international fight week card against whoever wins the. Ah, that's a great dude. That's a good fight, Torin. Because I mean, obviously, that's another one that Max has had before, but when they were much younger. And then Charles versus McGregor, Salt Lake City. That's dope, dude. We have a number card later this year. What do you know when it's coming in Salt Lake City? Also, breaking news: Did you get a chance? Did you get to see the Leon head kick live by chance? That'd be crazy if you did. Damn, I'm getting fucked up, y'all. I'm getting fucked up right now. Salt Lake City's dope, dude. Me and my girlfriend, we're in Phoenix. We want to make a trip out to Salt Lake City. It's beautiful there, man. But Torin, okay. If Charles gets it done, bro, Charles versus Connor, Connor's fucked, in my opinion. I think that I know I can sit there and say that like Max versus Charles is like a different fight, right? Because of the styles. Charles versus Connor would be like easy work for Charles. I love Connor, bro, but I just don't think he's not what he was. You know what I mean? I don't see Connor going in there and finishing any of these top lightweights in the first round. And the way he fights, bro, if Connor doesn't get it done in the first round, it's pretty much over for him. You know, like in terms of cardio and whatnot, it's just his style is not conducive for that. Hey, I hope Sean wins against Chimaev too, though. In my opinion, I got to root for the American there. And a Salt Lake City card, you're absolutely right. He could fucking out cardio him, especially if Chimaev's grapple fucking the whole time. I gotta make sure this shit's refreshing, guys. Sometimes this shit freezes up. Come on. Got it. Okay, breaking news. That's dope. Yeah, dude, it seems torn, but you got to think about this, bro. You got to think, like, if you feel that way if you feel like Oliveira is going to get it done over Max, how do you not think he's going to get it done against Connor? Because I get it. Connor is a sniper, but, bro, he hasn't fought in so long, dude. And, like, if we're really being honest, when he was against Poirier, he did not have the power he once had in those Poirier matchups, the Poirier 2 and Poirier 3. Dude, Connor versus Gaethje for a Vegan title would be crazy, bro. I don't see. I disagree with that. I'm a huge Ilya fan, bro, but I disagree with Ilya not having to defend. You know, I feel like you gotta, especially even if you're a big star, you gotta get at least one defense. You know, I think McGregor's the only guy that should get the pass on the defenses shit. I wish they would just do the McGregor versus Chandler card. You know, or like fight, not card, but they should just run that fight because it's a winnable matchup for McGregor for sure. But yeah, breaking news. It looks like August every year they've been running that Salt Lake City card. So hopefully you can go. That'd be sick, dude. I'll never forget when Kamaru got dropped, KO'd at that fucking Salt Lake City card. That was one of the craziest things I've ever watched as a fan. That was crazy. Hey, breaking news. Who do you got if Ilya were to fight Islam? Yeah, he did, dude. I'll never forget like when I was watching it live and the kick like landed and I right away saw Kamaru's fist go like this, you know, like when they get KO'd, his fist like locked up. My fist isn't showing. I knew I knew it was over. Torin, are you saying you don't understand why they booked it or why they didn't book it? I feel like they did all that shit with the Ultimate Fighter. Like, why not just go through with that fight? You know what I mean? It seems like such a waste of time. But the UFC just doesn't care about shit like that. They really don't give a shit about wasting people's time. Like, if we're being honest, guys, if the UFC is actually letting John Jones fight for a belt again, that is just a clear and utter example that they give zero shits about all of our time and all of our opinions when it comes to like who should be the champ and who shouldn't be. I'm about to get fucking destroyed, y'all. See, Torrin, this is why this shit's fun. I'm getting gunned down right now, bro. These motherfuckers are coming for me. Ilya by KO, that's crazy, bro. I see it at welterweight. It's possible. It's possible, but I don't know, man. John Dong, I missed the Leon head kick because I had it playing on my phone, fell asleep thinking Usman. Yeah, dude. I feel that. I feel that. Dude, I was watching it with my my brother-in-law. He was like behind me and he was like FaceTiming one of his friends. And I think so what was weird, bro, we were streaming it, right? We didn't buy the pay-per-view. And it like glitched out and it came right back in with like a minute 30 left. And I just remember, you know, everybody was writing the eulogy and shit for Leon. And then Leon throws the head kick up, and like right as it hits Kamaru, I saw Kamaru's fist like ball up. So I knew he was KO'd because I like, you know, just watching KO so much, you know, like he's fucked. And I like I literally screamed, "Oh, like he knocked him the fuck out!" And my brother-in-law behind me was like, "No way, no way!" And then like we saw Kamaru drop to the ground, KO'd, and it was it. Dude, we were screaming. It was crazy. UFC breaking news. You're at the right channel, brother. I actually, I had a whole, yesterday we were talking about this too. I agree with you 100%. I think if you are not attempting to finish the fight, now, like, I get it. Like, I think it needs to be, there needs to be a little bit of slack in the sense that, like, you could be trying for submissions and the guy could just have really good defense. But if you're kind of just stalling and you're laying there, like, absolutely stand the fight up. Like, 1,000%. Torn, no, I can't. I can't. I cannot believe that. Actually, Torn, on X this week. Yeah, breaking news. I agree. If they're not trying, if they're stalling, stand the fight up. I don't. I'm not the Joe Rogan who's like, oh no, you should never get stood up. You should just stay on the ground, and they should start the fight the next round on the ground. Like, no, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Yeah, Gelton Almeida was horrible. Not fun to watch whatsoever. But Torn, I tweet on X. There was a video of Pereira, like it was like a funny video of Pereira like walking some random guy down, and the guy like runs away, and I retweeted it because the text said when someone says Oliveira's washed, and it's like it shows like Pereira just chasing the dude because that's how I feel. He is like so far from washed in my opinion. Dude, you okay, you get KO'd, fine. Like that was a brutal KO, but for him to go out and do Gamrot the way he did, that is the antithesis of fucking washed. Breaking news, I agree. Well, and dude, it's about winning, but winning with conviction and having a convincing fight. Like, great, you won a fight because you laid on top of a dude. Do you think anyone's gonna fucking respect that? No one wants to see that shit. And that's why, yeah, I agree. Breaking news, dude, you're at the right place, man. We have the same opinion. I think Chandler is I get it. He loses fights, but the guy, in a lot of cases, Chandler could be a boring fighter. He has the wrestling to do the grapple fucking, but he doesn't do it. He goes out there for us and risks his fucking brain health, which is like, you gotta love that. Torin, what would you feel about that? Would that piss you off if Oliveira just laid and prayed? Which I don't think he would do that. But You never know. He has the ability to maybe do that, right? If he's able to. That's the biggest thing about this fight that's so exciting is like we really don't know if Oliveira will just like be able to smudge grapple if he wants to, you know? Yeah, I don't think Charles would. I think Charles is a finisher. Like the guy's got the most finishes in UFC history. He is not that guy. But it's like the same thing I was saying. Like Chandler and Oliveira, like they have that grappling skill set that they could rely on if they needed to. You know. Oh my god, the Derek Lewis fight was a fucking atrocious fight for UFC. Absolute like just monstrosity. And you know what's kind of like oh fuck man, I'm about to get fucked up again in this game, y'all. I don't even know. I don't know what to do. Like they're just going to fucking kill me. I'm about to get fucking Bro, that's the thing though. RAF, they were throwing like if you really look at the Armin fight from last week, they were throwing more strikes than Jailton Almeida did in that fucking RAF fight or wrestling match, which is kind of crazy to say. All right, I'm gonna take a break from this game, y'all. I'm going UFC 5 now. No, I don't want to capture shit. I want to fucking log out. You guys just saw my government. Yeah, dude. Well, you know what? Jailton Almeida is a great fighter. Like, not no timeout. Whoa, whoa. I didn't say that. He was not a great fighter. He's a great grappler, and there's a difference. There's a fucking difference between being a grappler versus a fighter. He's not a fighter. Sound like Dana White. Do you want to be a fighter? Yeah, dude. That dude. And you know what's crazy is like, how about Jailton Almeida thinking he beat Rizvan? And then also, how about Jailton Almeida fucking? How about him acting mad when the ref wasn't breaking them up? It's like, bro, this is your entire fucking identity, and you're gonna be mad when someone does it to you. Like that guy is just, yeah, delusional. You kind of have to be though. He did. Torn, you know what? One of my bigger picks that I've done before I was like making content, and actually my girlfriend almost won 3 grand from this. She uh she did a parlay for that Miami card when Poirier fought BSD, and she almost didn't pick Curtis Blades. She was like, everyone is saying not to pick Curtis Blades. I'm like, trust me, you're gonna pick Curtis Blades. And after the first round, she was pissed at me. She's like, I should have picked Jalton. I go, dude, trust me, this guy cannot stand on the feet. And I knew Curtis Blades had that grappling background. And what do you know? He stuffs the takedown and he knocks Almeida out cold. He really does look so uncomfortable, dude. He just looks like he does not want to be there. All right, should I make my picks here? We're gonna go Holloway decision. Yeah, probably fight of the night. Breaking news. Good question, bro. Um, I haven't thought about that too much. I feel like it could be fun, but you know what I would rather see? I would rather see the UFC open up an atom weight division for the women. Because if you watch other like promotions, atom weight, which is like I think 105 pounds, there's a lot of fun fights for women in atom weight, and if the UFC could build a division around that, I'd rather see that than like a 165. Torn, you really think Neil Magny's boring, bro? I feel like Neil Magny is dude, he's had some fun fights recently when he's been able to get finishes. But like his Ian Gary fight was really boring. Like cuz he just didn't do anything. But breaking news, I feel like a super heavyweight women. Dude, see the problem is the women, dude, maybe that actually would be worth it. Or like a heavyweight women's division, but I don't even know if like it would be PC enough to like call a women's division heavyweight, you know? It's but dude, think about it. If they did do a heavier weight class for women, because right now they got rid of the 145-pound division for women. But if you go to like if you do like a 165-pound division for women, we would probably have some more like butch women getting KOs and shit, you know? Oh man, this is gonna be a tough one. I got Johnson winning though. Did they really? I didn't know that. I thought UFC only had the featherweight because they got rid of featherweight, which I disagreed with. I don't know why they got rid of fucking featherweight, dude. I guess I do know why. It was because they didn't have enough fighters in it, I guess. But I would like to see that, dude. I want to see like Dakota Ditcheva. If you guys have seen her, I want to get her in the UFC, bro. She's a fucking beast. Oh shit, I'm getting fucked up. I haven't played UFC 5 in a while, boys. Shit. But dude, Atom Weight would be sick if we could get Atom Weight going. Because that just I think that makes a new like a whole new division. And then but the thing is the UFC has to be able to fill the division. You know what I mean? And like I was saying about featherweight, I think that the reason they got rid of it is there just wasn't enough talent. So Dreekis is okay. Breaking news: Dreekis is actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think him and Brendan Allen were supposed to be booked, but now if the UFC is going the route of Kamzat versus Strickland, I think you do Imavov versus DDP. That's a fun fight. Dude, Dana's just got so many fucking reasons. Well, dude, Torn, did you see what Dana just said about Tom Aspinall? He literally just said that he didn't like question Tom's injury or anything or make Tom look bad. I don't know if you saw that, but I'm curious what you think about that because I feel like he totally did. Dude, Usman versus Dricus is such a random matchup, right? It would be fun though. Yeah, of course Usman did. Usman really thought he was gonna get a title shot at welterweight off of one win. Like that is crazy to me. When you have it's one thing if Usman was in welterweight and welterweight had nobody in the division, you know? That's one thing. But for them to have the amount of contenders they have currently and Usman thinking he's just going to jump the line because he was a champ, I think that's complete bullshit, in my opinion. Right. And like, dude, look, Buckley's fun. Buckley's a fun fighter, but Buckley was not a fighter that like would be a stepping stone to a title shot. You know what I mean? Especially because we haven't really seen him with his wrestling before. And clearly, like, Usman was able to just exploit that. Dude, I'm beating his ass right now. I'm beating Cannonier's ass right now. Yeah, see, Torn, that's exactly what I said. He essentially insinuated he was faking, and then now he's doing interviews saying he never did that, and like he's been supportive of him, which I think is just complete bullshit, bro. But that's the Dana White. That's how Dana White operates, bro. It's just what he does. I said yesterday, Dana White is like the epitome of I'm gonna piss on you, piss on your foot, and tell you it's raining. Dude, Torn, that's what's crazy. I've seen people like make videos about this shit. I've seen people question Dana like, "Hey, you actually said this," and then Dana just denies it, and he doesn't give a fuck. He just does not care. I don't know, man. I feel like going back to the question though, I feel like I don't know if we need a 165-pound division because like what would happen? Like what all that would happen in those new divisions is you would have a bunch of guys kind of leave the current division, right? And I think like the 195 division wouldn't work because right now light heavyweight in my opinion is not a very like deep division. You know what I mean? And so I think like it just it would actually just limit the amount of guys in those other divisions, and then we would kind of have a weird situation where it probably wouldn't be as competitive because you might have a guy who like rules the 165-pound, but then you'd have like lightweights and shit leave 155. I don't know. It'd be interesting. Dude, you know what? They're coming in. Actually, breaking news, great point. If you're watching tomorrow's card, there's a lot of contender series guys coming in from last contender series tomorrow. Dude, I want to see the contender series just go year round. And I agree, bro. I agree, Torin. But dude, the UFC should just run contender series year round, in my opinion. Like, stop doing a season. Just run the shit all year. Like, make Dana White's contender series similar to what they're doing for like Zuffa boxing. Like, just do cards. Strickland, Yuri, same size. Fuck, that's a good one, John Dong. Um, I think Yuri, bro. I just think Yuri's too dangerous. Like Yuri's the type of guy like he is going if you don't knock him out, he's going to finish you. That's just how it goes. Yeah, dude, breaking news, I agree. But hey, breaking news, you know what I said? I said that the UFC could revive the Ultimate Fighter entirely if they did Arman and Ilya as coaches. It would completely revive the Ultimate Fighter, in my opinion. Because I think they just need stars. They need guys that can really push the Ultimate Fighter. And look, I get it. They used McGregor against Chandler, and maybe it didn't do the numbers they were expecting, but I also think that it didn't do as well because that season was just a weird season where they did like prospects versus veterans, which was like a weird fucking thing in the first place. Yeah, dude. Schaub totally did. Yeah, dude, Dana. It's a known thing that Dana has literally never had a good relationship with the heavyweight champions outside of John Jones, which we saw was a bit of a fractured thing in the first place, right? Stipe, horrible relationship. Because remember, like when the Stipe was supposed to fight Francis, Dana's sitting there, oh, like Francis punches as hard as a Ford Escort could fucking hit a human being, and he didn't promote Stipe at all. Like he really like, and then also, if you do, you guys know the background about Dana White, the UFC, and Randy Couture? They tried to get Randy Couture in a like a 360 deal, which if you don't know what that is, it's basically like they tried to get Randy Couture to sign a contract where he basically sold his entire likeness as Randy Couture to the UFC, and like the UFC would get to own all of the merchandising, anything that Randy Couture did outside of fighting would be money in their pocket, and Randy wouldn't do it. And then they basically told him to like kick rocks, and Randy just fucking left because he's like, "Fuck you guys." Dude, I'm fighting as Oliveira right now. Torin, this could be what we see tomorrow. Oh, dude, I guarantee you, Dana will have problems with Connor's contract because Connor's the UFC. The thing that the UFC does, guys, is they try to hold these fuckers in a lifetime contract. Like they try to hold them there forever. And Connor's not going to do that. Like Connor owns part of BKFC. He's gonna try to leave the UFC so he can run his dude. If Connor does a BKFC fight, like he's just printing money, bro. But the UFC is not gonna be cool with that shit. That's because that's money that they're gonna feel like they're entitled to. Dude, I'm fucking Holloway up right now. I never missed a step, guys. I'm doing fucking good in UFC 5 right now. But yeah, dude, I think they will have beef. I really do. I can't see that going over well. Like with Connor wanting to do his own thing, I don't see it happening. I'm pulling up fucking power slap, guys. I'm a crack fiend for these fucking combat fights. Breaking news, I do have one thing on that. So the one thing that's not being reported on enough. Oh shit, let me pause this. The one thing that's not being reported on enough is that the UFC is not actually fronting that bill for the boxing. It's Turkey Al Sheikh is what you call it. He's paying the 15 million. So like I know the UFC fighters are all pissed and shit, but in reality it's not the UFC actually fronting the bill. So but at the same time, you could argue like why aren't they just getting Turkey to fucking cover uh UFC fighters, right? Like giving them a chance to make that kind of money. Yeah, Turkey's covering it. So there's a guy named Mark Shapiro. He's like the CEO of TKO, and he said that like people that are upset about that, like they don't realize that it's Turkey's covering that bill. So while it's coming from Zuffa Boxing, it's not Zuffa Boxing paying for it. Yeah, dude. Rampage was such a big fighter for the UFC during that time. You think so? I don't know if Tony did. But Tony shouldn't have, because dude, in my opinion, the UFC gave him like way too many shots. Like they gave him a lot of chances, bro. He went on an 8-fight losing streak. Torin, I don't know if you're watching this right now, but I am fucking Max Holloway up with Oliveira. I am fucking him up right now. I agree. Well, breaking news. That's the thing that I hate about the UFC, though. Their contracts are really shammy, for lack of a better term, because the UFC is actually in the contract. They're like supposed to give fighters at least a certain amount of fights per year, but they're not like obligated to by the contract, which is bullshit because the UFC fighter could just like when the UFC's been pissed at guys, they freeze them out. They don't give them fights, and the fighter has no leg to stand on. They can't do anything about it. And then the UFC can basically say, well, like if you still have multiple fights in your contract, we're not letting you go. And like the fighter is just stuck, which I think is bullshit. But dude, Aljamain Sterling has been bitching. I don't know if you guys saw what he said. He's been bitching that the UFC is like not giving him fights. Like he's been trying to get a fight booked, and they're not giving him any fights. Yep, Rampage left the shorts, and then yeah, I'm beating Holloway up, bro. Yeah, I agree. Breaking news. I think the problem is like obviously there's those times where like fighters get injured and like before a fight, and then they kind of leave the fight with injuries, which I understand. But I mean, dude, to see guys like Izzy, see guys like Volkanovski, like have multiple fucking defenses a year. It's just not something that these people do. Like a lot of these fighters do. It's crazy. Ah, shit, dude. Holloway's catching up now. He's hurting me a bit. Yeah, dude. I believe at a minimum, if you're a champion, you should be required to defend twice a year, in my opinion. Why do I feel UFC took away the sponsorship shorts? So I know I said before, like Dana White said it was for professionalism. I think it was Dana White wanted the ability to sell those rights to a major brand so the UFC could collect a big check from it and then still do sponsorships on the canvas. So I think it was money related, in my opinion. I do think that the professionalism aspect was one element of it, but that's not the main reason. That's the reason that he told everybody on face value. Yeah, we all agree there. Yeah, I agree. Two times for any fighter. Now, if you have a fucking broken leg or you have an injury that keeps you out, like I'm never gonna shit on someone for that because like this is a brutal fucking sport. But like, well, dude, and then also you have situations like what happened to Dominic Cruz, bro. Dominic Cruz fucking had to get surgery multiple times because his ACL surgery didn't get fixed. Like he had the surgery and then it didn't take. you know? Oh, I'm gonna fuck Holland up. Hey, who do you guys think wins, Kyle Bahalio or RDR? I picked Kyle. Hey, Torn, you saw me. I knocked Max Holloway out. Three rounds for that fight. Maybe that's what happens tomorrow, Torn. We'll never know. I went with Kaio just because, dude, I know there's the whole thing with RDR and Gas Tank, and obviously he quit his last fight. And I know he was very active last year, but still, I just felt like he's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna be able to do the things that he does against Kaio, because Kaio has very good jujitsu. What do you need, Dior? I don't think so. Not while Dana's around. Dude, Torn, I've literally had like one of my like dreams has been like I wish at times like I had unlimited money. Like literally unlimited money. I would start a UFC, I would start an MMA promotion and I would pay these fucking fighters the way they should be paid and I would allow that shit. Cuz like dude, just think if you had like Turkey Al Sheikh money, you could start your own league and just fucking like be a fan. You know what I mean? Like throw the biggest fucking fights. Yeah, breaking news. That's kind of what I was thinking, dude. I think that Kaio's just well. The thing about Kaio's skill set too, he has a better, much better striking at range. You know, like he's gonna be the much better striker at range, in my opinion. But it's one of those interesting fights where I don't know. Do we see RDR like just completely overpower him in the grappling? Like I know that they're both good at grappling, but like we don't know until we see it. You know. Right, because if I think if and the other thing is I don't think RDR is going to be able to bully the clinch as much in that fight. Like I think against Whitaker, he was able to bully him in the clinch because of the size disadvantage. I think RDR's probably got the clinch advantage, but I at the same time, I don't think he has as much brute like physicality in the clinch against Kaio because they're similar. They're RDR's a little bit taller, but he's not like dramatically taller. You know what I mean? Kyle is funky. Kyle's strong too, dude. And he's big, bro. When he goes in there, he looks fucking massive. Even Dana White has fighters in his box promotion wearing fight kits. Yeah. And I mean, dude, at least with Zuffa boxing, like they had to do their low, even the lower scale payments are I think pretty still pretty high. But like, bro, do you know what's crazy? Is Zuffa boxing? I think like for championship fights, they're like it's like 750K, and it's like, bro, why are fight like why would a boxer just openly take 750K when they could go get fucking paid massive amounts. You know what I mean? Breaking news. I would say they're completely different. Just because Kyle Bahalio is more of a complete MMA fighter. Like, dude, Paulo Costa, he has no like ground game in my opinion. I think he's shown it off a little bit, but like he is not a guy that I would be like, oh yeah, he's gonna fucking do shit on the ground. You know what I mean? Like Paulo's really just a striker in my opinion. Dude, I'm doing these fucking UFC 5 contracts and it is just a piece of cake right now. I just fucking slept Marab so fast. That was expeditious. Yeah, I just think they're different fighters, to be honest. Yeah, dude, I don't know why Paulo's doing that fight. You know what's so annoying about Paulo though? I was like, when I saw that fight, I've already kind of made my decision. Mirzakanov's gonna knock him out. But the thing about Paulo Costa that he always does, he'll like randomly lose to a guy he shouldn't lose to, and then he'll like go out there and have like a crazy performance and beat some like his last fight against Kopilov. He was not supposed to win that fight, and then he fucking smoked him. Yeah, he gets so many opportunities, bro. But you know what? That's what happens when you have exciting fights. Like Paulo had that super exciting fight against Luke Rockhold, the super exciting fight against Yoel Romero. So like to the point we made earlier, when you're entertaining, it gives you opportunities. You know, fuck. Yeah, getting finished. Yeah, dude. That Izzy fight was legendary, bro. And that was like peak COVID times too. Like that actually was a fight my girlfriend was excited to watch because she like knew like of the beef between Paulo and Izzy. Like I'll never forget, bro. We were like during COVID, we were just like chilling. We were at my parents. They had a hot tub. It's you know what's whack, bro. My parents got a fucking hot tub like right when I'm moving out. It's such bullshit. But anyways, we were sitting there, and my girlfriend literally put on the countdown for Costa versus Adesanya, and I was like, damn, like that's fucking dope, dude. Izzy versus Piper. It's gonna take me some time. I need to break that one down. I really don't know what's gonna happen there because I really feel like Izzy has the ability to style on him, but the thing that Piper brings to that matchup that is kind of like a dark horse. Piper can grapple. Like people don't realize. Like obviously, you know, people that are close to the sport and fans, they know that Piper is a main training partner of Sean Brady, but like he has that opportunity to like completely level, like show off like his levels of grappling. Like for Piper to sub a Boost Magomedov the way he did, that is not an easy thing to do. Dude, that's the other thing. Izzy versus Imavov. Izzy was literally lighting Imavov up in round one. But the thing that happens is like Izzy starts to kind of like gas a little bit, and then suddenly he gets caught, you know? And I don't blame him for that. Like, dude, he's had so many wars in his life. I don't think that Piper's gonna KO Izzy, in my opinion. So like what I see happening is if Piper does get a win, I could see him getting a win by way of submission. But if it stays on the feet, I think Izzy will style on Piper for most of the fight there. Cause Izzy's striking is just second to none, dude. He is so fucking good on the feet. Piper has the chance with the big right hand, you know? He's got big punches. It's just Izzy is the way Izzy moves too. He's not an easy guy to hit. And dude, that's another thing to your point. I think Izzy starts landing those calf kicks early. He'll land some body kicks, and I think what's going to happen, we're going to see Piper be a little bit hesitant. And then once he's hesitant, the fight's over. I don't know, dude. That's a good question. He could be. He could be. I mean, with what Izzy's done, if you think about it, Izzy, what he is the middleweight division in this decade. Like without Izzy, we have so many matchups and fights that are just like irrelevant without him, right? Like in this division. So like you could argue that he is like maybe right up there, you know? It might be hard with I don't know, dude. The middleweight division's weird. Cause like real Dreykus made a good point, bro. Dreykus said like no one in the middleweight division right now outside of Imavov actually has a pretty long win streak. Like Brennan Allen's on a 2-fight win streak. Kyle Bahalio just lost, so he's on a 0-fight win streak. He gets 1 fight. So like to that point, that sells Izzy even more so because it's like Izzy's a big name, and there's no one else outside of Imavov with like a surging streak at this point. Yeah, dude. See, this is when the custom shorts were fucking lit, bro. And dude, you had guys like Chuck. Chuck had he was one of the like most fun fighters in the UFC. Okay, I stopped that. That's bullshit. Get up. Come on, Chuck. Yeah, dude. Well, and dude, it tied in with their whole like image too. Like you had Tito as the Huntington Beach bad boy. Get out of there, Chuck. Come on, Chuck. Get out of there. Dude, I've got major ADD right now. I got my chat up with you guys. I'm fucking playing UFC. I've got Power Slap on my iPad. Dude, Power Slap is such a stupid sport. Imavov's tough sell for me because he doesn't speak English. Yeah. I mean, I think, dude, you know what? Imavov is kind of funny. Like he's had some funny moments. Um I liked his thing where I don't know if you saw this, but him and Imavov were booked to fight, but then Imavov or not Imavov, sorry, him and Kaio were booked to fight, but Kaio did that short notice fight or short notice step in where he was like the backup fighter, and then when they were doing the weigh-ins and both the fighters weighed in, Imavov was like, "Where's Kaio?" It was kind of funny, but like to your point, he just has that French market. Dude, and the fucking Zuffa boxing, they're all just like apex events, you know? Like when are they going to do crowds? I mean, I get it. Like it's they have to build it up first, but Chuck, come on. Dude, Tito's fucking me up right now. Dude, bullshit. Get up. This is bad, boys. Tito's got me. Fuck. Dude, Chuck is just a fuck, man. I keep getting taken down. Get up. Really, dude? Why do you got to do that? Dober versus Johnson's going to be crazy, bro. I picked Michael Johnson in that one, but I'm scared for that fight because I feel like Dober's primed to just do what Dober does, where he comes back at the end and just finds a KO. You know what I mean? Come on, get up. Dude, why I'm getting my ass whooped by Tito? It's probably because I have to pee. What do you guys think of Power Slap? I think it's such a stupid sport, but I like throwing it on. Torn, do it, bro. Fucking do it. That'd be sick. Oh, fuck, man. Chuck's fucked. God damn it. Yeah, breaking news, it's on. I've got it. I threw it up on my iPad in the background. I'm going to go pee real quick, guys. I'll be right back. Here we go. I can't believe I lost. No, but Torrin, you know what? Like, when you talk about personality and then also, like, think about, like, WWE. It's all part of, like, the fighter. It's all part of their personality. Oh, Waldo Volkov. Is that the co-main event? Or no, wait, co-main event is wait, 328. When is that? Is that in May? May in New Oh, okay, Newark. Okay. So that's a fight night then. Or no, it's not. I guess in New I cuz I thought in May they had a Abu Dhabi event, but maybe it's a fight night only. The Jan rematch versus Bogdan. Oof. That's a tough one. Dude, yeah, PFL is the same way, but you know what? PFL is a fucking ripoff. It's just basically it's a copy of. They're trying to copy the UFC, right? They're trying to copy what the UFC has done. The PFL could, if you think about it, bro, that could be a competitive aspect to their sport. You know what I mean? They could make it way more competitive by allowing that. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. They just want Gaudier to get another layup, huh? Because that is just, I mean, we all know who's winning that fucking fight, bro. Yeah, dude, Bellator did it right, I think, because Bellator, I don't think Bellator had that whole like confusing setup of like the seasons and shit. I'm glad PFL got rid of that because I mean, it was cool that the fighters could earn 1 million, but it never made any sense. Who's Kopilov fighting for 328? Did they just release some shit? I must have missed all of that. Fuck. Yeah, fuck you, Shogun Hua. Dude, you can't even trust X though. I want to trust X, but it's fucking dude. There's been too many things that are wrong on there. I keep getting in debates with fuckers on X. I gotta stop doing that. It's a waste of fucking time. Okay, per UFC. All right, that's good. Yeah, I got sucked into a couple fake things on X before, so I know it's hit or miss, really. Yeah, that Kevin dude's always dropping fake shit, bro. He's the one that did the Yuri thing, the Yuri versus Kamzat, which I got in a lot of fucking debates about. Dude, did you guys know I had somebody today on my Kamzat video threaten to mass report my YouTube because I made a video saying like providing facts. I didn't lie at all. I didn't provide any like non-factual information. And he said like he's gonna mass report my channel for lying about Kamzat. But all I said is Kamzat's the most inactive champion in middleweight in this decade, and it's the truth. So that just shows you there's some brain dead fucking fans out there. Yeah, right. He's like, I'm mass reporting you. You're lying on Kamzat. I'm like, name one fucking lie. Like all I said, I didn't even say anything bad other than Kamzat is not fighting and like he's been inactive. And I have the specific days that if you guys didn't see the video, the whole point of the video is to show that like every middleweight champion of this decade, basically they had their first title defense in 211 days or less. And Kamzat is about to be at 211 days and he doesn't even have a fight booked. So it's nothing but factual information. I would really love to knock out Hua here so I can just move on. Nice. Oh, he's getting hurt to the body. He's getting hurt to the body. Head kick. There it is. Come on. Knock him out. Get him. Yeah, dude, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm totally going to keep doing it. Now, I get it. Like it's not always the fighter's fault, but the thing that I don't understand is like if you really wanted to fight, they could like Kamzat could call the UFC every day and go, "Give me a fucking fight." They would book his ass. You know what I mean? So it's not like the UFC is just like, "Oh, we're never letting you fight." Like if he really wanted to fight, he could do it. Right. Marab walked into their fucking office and made them like book him. So like you could fucking fight. I don't want to hear that shit. And then also the guy that was like commenting on my shit, he's like, Khamzat had to get foot surgery. Like, okay, why is Khamzat's foot fucking broken? Because his last fight, like, what did that dude do to be injured in his last fight? It's like so wild, dude. Also, Izzy did it. Izzy, Dana White literally told Izzy not to fight Strickland, and he still did it. And this dude was commenting on my shit so much, dude. He said like, oh, and the best thing he did, he goes, "Wow, bro, 34 views in 7 hours. Like, delete the channel before I get your channel deleted." And I like laughed my ass off. I like commented back to him. I go, 34 views, but your ass is here crying in the comments. Like, what does that fucking say about your bitch ass? Yeah, dude, they need to. They need to. And you know what? Like, okay, like think about this, bro. Conor McGregor, as much as like we love him, he was a double champ, right? He never defended either belt. He literally was like held up two divisions for a year. Like two divisions at that time were held up entirely for a year. And like what's so funny about that to me is you have all these fans who are like, Connor's the only double champ, like only simultaneous double champ. And I'm like, okay, well, clearly you never watch Amanda Nunes defend both belts. She was defending two belts at once. But secondly, that just makes Connor look bad, in my opinion. Like, bro had two belts and didn't get one defense and held onto him for a long time before the UFC had to strip him. Come on, dude. I need to KO this fucker already. It's a little ridiculous. Shit. It is. It's crazy. Like, dude, the fans are. Some of these fans are something else, bro. Like, it's also nuts to me that people are like. I've gotten in debates with people because they're excited. They're like excited to see John Jones back, and I'm like, bro. First of all, if we go back and watch the Stipe fight, John did not. He did not look like the John that we know. Like the way he was moving around the octagon, dude, it was like geriatric, like John Jones. And also, John just openly admitted to having hip arthritis and like I can't wrestle DC. So like why is anyone excited to watch a guy who's literally said his body's breaking down? You want to watch him fight in the octagon. Like make it make sense. It's so fucking irritating, dude. If I lose to Shogun Hua here, I am going to be fucking pissed, y'all. Get up. Get up. Come on. Dude, speaking of John Jones, I'm literally two John Jones victims fighting each other right now in this fight in UFC. And dude, the thing is, people just get mad when I say shit about John Jones because they're like they think it's like so disrespectful, but it's more so it's like, dude, look, I think John had a great legacy. I would like to see him just ride off into the sunset. You know? I want to see him just let it go. It is all over. Just move on. Because the thing is, dude, let's just play this out. John Jones, let's just say he fights Alex Pereira. Let's say he beats Alex Pereira. And it's for some interim belt or something. It's such a waste of time because what he's not going to stick around and defend. So like what's the fucking point? It just seems like the UFC is doing something like as a cash grab, really, for the sake of doing it. But it's like there's no other point to it, like long term. It's not going to be good for the UFC long term, especially. Fuck me. Get up. Get up. God damn it, guys. This is a close fucking fight. Yes. Yes. Fuck you. I got the KO, boys. Sent him to heaven on that one. Dude, I want Aspinall to go out there. I would love to see him starch Gone. You know what? If they're not doing Jones and Alex for the title, I would not complain whatsoever about that. The only reason I'm complaining is that people have insinuated it being for the title. That is something that pisses me off. But if it's just a heavyweight fight, I'm all for it. That's totally fine. I would actually love that. I just don't want to see it for a belt. Because on one hand, if it is for the belt and Pereira wins, we're in a great position because Alex is going to fight. He's going to fight and defend. But if it's John, we're fucked. If John wins another bout, we're fucked. Because he's never defending. He will literally just sit around and not defend, and it'll just be the same old fucking dog and pony show. All right, I think I'm ready. I'm ready to go online. I'm going online, boys. I gotta look at my guy's stats again. All right, here we go. I haven't played live in a long time, boys. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, dude. I think Jones versus Alex is a great fight if it's not for the title. I mean, do you guys want to see that fight? If that was for a belt, would you want to watch Jones versus Alex? I would only want to watch because there's a chance that Alex KOs John. I'm fucking. I got into this sport because of John Jones. Really, I got into MMA, watching UFC. I'm so sick of John Jones at this point. Shit. Yeah, right. I agree, dude. And dude, if you really think about it, Gon, I get it. Like because Gon and Aspinall had such a competitive matchup, like you have to do that fight. But if you really break it down to the nuts and bolts, Gon isn't even deserving of being in that spot in the first place. Like if you really want to go and break down the fight Gon had to get to that point, he did not beat Volkov in my opinion in that second match. So Gon getting that decision is complete bullshit in and of itself. But yeah, dude, I want to see Aspinall fucking smoke Gon. But the problem is, dude, if Aspinall's eyes are that fucked, Gon's gonna eye poke him again. I mean, like, dude, Gon has not had a fight where he doesn't eye poke. So, like, it's going to happen again. And, like, if his eyes are already fucked, that just worries me a lot, bro. Waldo versus Aspinall is a good fight. The thing is, though, I think Waldo's great, but people acting like these. Okay, a lot of people who are hating on Tom right now have no idea what he did to get to the belt, right? Like, they have no idea that this guy got how many fucking first round finishes and has the most or the least fight time in the UFC history. Like, I think Tom would smoke Waldo, in my opinion. Like, Waldo's good, but he has not fought a guy like Tom Aspinall. Tom is like a cut above the rest of these guys. Like, let's just look. I know styles make fights, right? But if you look at Sergey Spivak, right, he takes Waldo to a close decision. Tom smoked his ass. Fried rice, what's going on, buddy? Can you imagine Shavkat didn't get the foot infection? He beats Bilal. Yeah, I think so. We have him and Khamzat not defending their championship forever due to injuries. Yeah, facts, dude. But at least Khamzat, dude, or at least Shavkat, he would probably have finished Bilal. You know what I mean? He would have actually got a finish. And that is something that a lot of these other fighters aren't fucking doing. And you know what? In Shavkat's position, it's not necessarily his fault. Like, he had, you know what? That's a great point. That's something I was saying earlier. Shavkat had a situation where his injury, like, he had to get multiple surgeries and they weren't working, because that can happen with ACL injuries. But yeah, dude, that would be a crazy. I think Shavkat versus Islam would be a crazy fight too. But now that Shavkat's been injured so bad, like, it's hard to say, dude. Exactly. Yeah, breaking news, you're right. And I think he probably did rush it, you know? Fuck. Come on, you fucker. I'm gonna fuck this guy up. Healthy Shavkat beats Islam. The size difference, and like, Islam's not gonna be able to smudge grapple the way that he does. You know, I really don't think he would. I think that Shavkat has enough skills on the ground to, like, make that a very tough fight. And then on the feet, I think Islam's the more technical striker, but Shavkat has that, just, dude, his striking style is all in the clinch, and then he's got the knees and shit. Dude, he makes it a dirty fight for Islam. And I think he wears on Islam. I think he gets the over under against the cage with the clinch. He throws some knees, gets some elbows in there. He makes it a dirty fucking fight against Islam. But Islam's strong too. That's one of those matchups. I think that marketability wise, bro, huge marketability there, because in my opinion, the best fights are the ones that, like, you really can't, you don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Dude, okay, I think Ian, this is going to be a bit of a hot take, but if you've watched the channel, so you know how I feel about Ian. I cannot stand Ian, but I do think Ian would give Islam a good fight. I want to see Islam smoke Ian though, because I don't like Ian. He's a dickhead. He's a little fucking dick. And the shit, I don't like how he has, like, bragged about uh injuring Shavkat, and he's also, like, acted like he's the one that started that. Shavkat went into that fight against Ian with a knee injury. So it's like Ian wants to take credit for something that, like, Okay, bro, like he was already injured. You just fucking hit him in his injured knee. Good for you. And then you're gonna sit there and take like brag about it. Fuck you. The thing is, I would love to see Islam finish Ian Gary because Ian Gary's just got to fucking. I want to see him get fucking. Well, and you know what? I'm not even saying. Here's the thing. I'm not saying you can't do those, hyperextension kicks, right? It's all is fair in love and war. What I'm saying is douchey is Ian Gary like online bragging about Shavkat being injured. Like fuck you, dude. It's such a fucking low class thing to do. And then it's not even like Ian Gary's the reason why. Like he was already injured to the knee. And then he tried to get surgery. The surgery didn't work. So yeah, like fuck him. Morales does have a ground game. Actually, Morales has one of the most slept on ground games if you do some research. Very good wrestler. Also has a judo background. So he has very good judo throws. Fuck. Bullshit. How did my axe kick not land? Bullshit. Get up. Oh my god, dude. That's such bullshit. Yeah, dude, Morales, honestly, I think Morales is probably the toughest fight. The thing is, everyone online like hates Morales because he dresses up in fucking like a drag queen. The guy is like his power on the feet is like next level. He's massive for 170. Like if you guys have seen his frame, like go watch his fight again against Sean Brady, but then watch his fight against Gilbert Burns. He looks like he should be at middleweight with how big he is. Okay, this motherfucker. Yes. Yeah, dude, Morales is huge, bro. He's strong as fuck too. Like, dude, to watch what he did to Sean Brady was crazy. Like how he had that like wide stance and he was just ready for any takedown, and then just he was just throwing hands, dude. Like he throws those clobbering left hooks and that the hooks that he throws, his overhand, he hits fucking hard, dude. And I mean, the thing is, Sean Brady's a great fighter, but he has shown, like, I mean, Bilal fucking chinned him. I know Bilal, like, got a. Dude, how fucking funny is that for Bilal? The guy still has not landed one knockdown in the UFC. He got a standing TKO on Sean Brady. Breaking news, bro. Me and you are like in the same wavelength, man. I agree with pretty much everything you're saying. My biggest thing with Usman is I get Usman has that wrestling background and pedigree. He's 40 years old. He's turning 40 years old. Like he's not the way I look at that matchup at this point is Islam is a younger, better, faster, stronger version of Usman. Like every category. He's better in every category right now, and he's younger. Like you can't just give a guy a shot. Well, and that's the thing, dude. That's I love Islam. I've learned to respect Islam because I think he's done things the right way. He's defended his belt. Like I know that his fight against JDM was piss poor. Like that was an abysmal performance in my opinion, but um not performance. He obviously he did a good job at what he does, but it was boring. But what I was gonna say though, Islam, he was doing the whole John Jones thing, right? It's the whole like I'm gonna say it's a legacy fight, right? Oh, fighting Usman's a legacy fight, but then he's like he tries to say, Usman's the toughest matchup. None of these guys have been proven with the wrestling, so Usman is my toughest matchup. That's all smoke and mirrors. That's all Usman or Islam trying to set up a what would be a legacy fight, but it's the easiest fight. I know Islam. Well, right, but it's also it's Islam looks at it right because Ali's getting double pay too. But I bet you Islam looks at that situation. He's like, this is my easiest matchup. Like this guy, he wrestles, but I'm better than him at that. Islam's a better striker than Usman. At least a better kickboxer. I think Usman's got better boxing, but it's like I hate the whole legacy thing. Right? Because like John Jones, oh yeah, Stipe's a legacy fight for me. Like, bro, Stipe was 43. And I got in a fucking debate in the comment section today, bro. This guy tried to say he's like, you're one of those young fans. You just completely shitting on Stipe when he was the best heavyweight. I'm like, bro, you're calling me a young fan. I'm like, you're showing that you're a young fan because I actually watched Stipe when he was younger and actually good. And if you like go rewatch the John Jones fight with Stipe, you cannot tell me that is the same Stipe that we watched fucking be a marauder in the heavyweight division. Because it's not. It was a Stipe who was a shell of himself. Literally, breaking news, you're spot on. Like, that was a Stipe who was a shell of himself. He could barely fucking move around the octagon the same way he used to. And you're going to fucking tell me that, like, I'm an idiot for thinking that, like, that matchup was completely just fabricated, in my opinion. Like, it was just, I'm going to try and get the easiest win I can and say that it's a legacy fight. Meanwhile, you have a interim champion in Tom Aspinall who's fucking blitzed through everybody by finish. Like, and Stipe hadn't fought for 4 fucking years. He literally hadn't fought in 4 years. And he, like, dude, think about that. They took Shavkat out of the rankings, right? Shavkat was number 1. They took Shavkat out of the rankings because he's going to be out for a year, right? Stipe was out for 4, and they put him back in the ranking. Like, he was ranked, like, I don't even know what ranking they gave him, but he was ranked that whole time. Right? Dude, and that's the thing, too. People want to act now because Pavlovich, after Aspinall, got that win, which I said yesterday when I was on live. Aspinall fucking completely changed Pavlovich. He completely changed the Pavlovich that we knew. Like, after they fought, Pavlovich has never looked the same. And so that Pavlovich has gone on to lose fights. So now people are like, oh, yeah, he's not even that good. Like, they did basically discredit Tom's win over him because Pavlovich has not looked the same since Tom knocked him out. Which I think is complete bullshit. Because that Pavlovich was a marauder. The way he walked through Tuivasa, Curtis Blades, Derek Lewis. I mean, come on. Exactly, dude. Tom changed how, like, he changed the fucking Pavlovich that we knew. And, like, for people to act like Pavlovich was not good now, I just, dude, some of these MMA fans, man. It is. Dude, it's actually, if you think about it, it's why Usman, in the trilogy against Leon, Usman didn't look like himself and ends up losing. He was fucking hesitant because he got KO'd. He didn't want to get knocked out again. And then Leon just did the thing that he does at range, right? Like, I'm just going to fucking kickbox you at range. Dude, Masvidal. Yeah, dude, Jorge looked horrible after he got KO'd by Usman. Horrible. I mean, didn't he go on like a several fight losing streak? I do think he got some bad matchups with the grapplers and shit, but still. I mean, Gilbert Burns made Jorge look like he shouldn't be in there anymore. You know what I mean? That was bad. Dude, I'm doing pretty good right now in UFC 5. I haven't played in months. I'm on a 2-fight win streak here. But yeah, Jorge changed. Dude, that Usman KO over Jorge was fucking brutal. I have a picture of that on my wall behind me somewhere. But dude, you could see the sweat just flying off his fucking dome piece. Oh my god, dude, I just won that fight by a fucking stoppage. That was great. Yeah, you're right, dude. And also, that was the same night Rose knocked out Wei Lee with that head kick. That was a beautiful fucking head kick, dude. Question mark kick KO. You don't see those often. Yeah, that sounds right. 261. That sounds right. Dude, I got to say, the COVID era of UFC, we're never going to get anything like that again. That was a beautiful time. That's, I still like the Apex events, but the problem is, bro, the Apex events now, because they have fans in there, it's not like a true Apex event to me. I loved when you could hear every fucking punch land. Like, that shit made the Apex so fun for me. Yeah, dude, like Paulo Costa versus Izzy, where you could hear every strike. Like, that was so nuts, dude. Yeah, dude, tough vibes. Like old school tough vibes too. I feel like tough now is, dude. Why? What's your guys' take on tough and like why it's not the same? Because like I've gone back and rewatched. I've pretty much seen I think every season at this point, but like the early seasons of tough were so much better, and I don't know if it's because they just had better like personalities maybe, because like the format of tough now is so boring, right? Like they do the whole shit where it's like, oh yeah, this is my dog and my fucking wife, and it's like it's shot on like a fucking iPhone, and that shit really gets on my nerves. Like it's just not what you'd expect, but like I don't know, the earlier tough was just so much better. Like even the storylines and shit. God damn, this motherfucker's pressuring. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think they need a new format, bro. They need to change the format. Dude, what the UFC should do for it. Do you guys remember those tough seasons? I don't know which ones they were, but remember when you had to fight to get into the house? Like that they should do that shit again. Fuck this guy. Korean fighters have been grinding already. Stop being like a reality show. Oh, and yeah, low fight. Yeah. Or just have them fight to get into the fucking house. Make them fight to get in the house, and like you know what they should do? They should make a mandatory like finish bonus, right? Like if you finish a fight, you get an automatic bonus. And dude, the UFC not doing that for as long as they did is the dumbest shit ever. Because Dana would sit there and bitch like all the time. Oh my god, like these are boring fights. No one's finishing fights. It's like, bro, you don't give them an incentive to finish the fight. You have all this money, but you give zero incentive for it. If you start paying fuckers to finish fights, they will do it. And what do you guys think we're seeing now? Guys finish fights. Dude, I'm getting pieced up, guys. This motherfucker is beating my ass right now. Yeah, and dude, you know what? This is gonna sound shitty because I get it's mixed martial arts. They need to stop getting these grapple fuckers in the fucking tough. Because I feel like there's been a couple seasons now where it's like a couple of these guys are just straight grapple fuckers who just lay on top of them. But dude, the other thing that do you guys want to know what I said they should do? I think the one episode a week thing for reality TV, that shit's dead, right? Like reality TV, Jersey Shore era and shit. Yeah, like we could wait a week, whatever. Drama was high. If you, I don't know if you guys have seen like Love Island and shit. I've watched Love Island because of I have a girlfriend, so you guys know how that fucking goes. But what Love Island does well they shoot two. They're consistently shooting episodes like every day, but they drop an episode every Monday and Wednesday. That is what the tough, like, I think tough needs to follow that format, right? Like when you have it being like a whole week, especially in the streaming era where we're used to kind of getting everything at once, it's hard for I think a lot of people to stay on top of like who the fighters are. Like it's hard to be like into the fighters and like really get sucked into the personalities. But if they do something where it's like twice a week, not only are we getting the fights happen sooner, but they could even do like a running show like year round. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't just have to be one season a year. Dude, I got to win this. You're right, bro. This is a tricky fucking fight. I see I can't get caught like that, bro. Ah, shit, my fuck me. I'm fucked, dude. I'm fucked. It's over. Get out of there. Oh, it's over. Fuck. No, sir. No. So fried rice every year. Yeah, I know. Thanks, breaking news. I appreciate you supporting me, bro. Hey, you can't win them all, man. You can't win them all. Motherfucker, dude, he had heavy hands, man. He was hurting me. 4 knockdowns. Jesus. I just got fucking pummeled, bro. But fried rice, they do one episode a week. And like, dude, that in my opinion, I feel like there's just been no standout personalities. Whereas, if okay, do you guys think that that would be a good idea for them? Like, maybe they do the situation like Love Island, where it's like they drop an episode Mondays, drop an episode on Wednesday, because then you're kind of like getting 2 fights a week, and I think that you're just getting more exposure to the people. So you start to get more of like an attachment to the fighters. And then dude, they should do something with like the losers. Like if you lose on the show, they should do like a losing bracket, right? Like I know sometimes those fighters get to come back in, but they should just do a losing bracket where it's like, okay, like here's the losers. Let's see if whoever wins out of these guys and maybe they get a shot. I'll tell you what though, what's fucking annoying to me as well, you had that guy Alibi, right? Daniel Cormier's guy. He lost in the finale against Joseph Morales, got subbed, and then he literally like a couple months later he got a fucking UFC contract. He just beat Ode Osborne, and it's like they kind of got rid of the whole idea of like you need to win to get into the UFC. You know what I mean? It's just like they've taken away a lot of the allure that it used to have. Okay, this guy's shit. Right. Yeah, dude, fried rice. I honestly like as we've been talking about this guys, I think in my heart of hearts the reason why it's kind of lost that buzz is simply because like our brains are so used to the streaming era, right? Like we're so used to having every episode. So it's like it's kind of hard to put us back into this like cable era where we're watching one episode a week. And I don't know, it just feels like a letdown. Like I'll and sometimes the fights are so dog shit too. You're like, that fight was boring as fuck. Like, why did I even watch this? But I think also they have to switch the format, man. They like you know what you're gonna get every week. Like, oh great, now I'm gonna have to watch this guy go to his house, introduce me to his dog and his fucking family. Like as shitty as that sounds, it's not fun. It's not like an exciting format. I think if we're really gonna break down like the previous seasons of Ultimate Fighter, they had a lot more interactions in the house being filmed. You know what I mean? Like you had a lot more shit going on in the house. that that doesn't happen anymore. Like nowadays, they're too professional. They're like basically all professional. Whereas like, dude, earlier seasons you had dudes like getting drunk and shit, which just caused drama. And but dude, it really added to the personality of each fighter. Fuck, this dude is he's onto my game here, guys. Fuck you, pussy. I fucking hate guys like this. Yeah, I mean, dude, you could totally release all the episodes, and that would fix a lot of it, honestly. Because then like we're not as fans, we're not sitting there like, damn, this is boring, bro. You know what I do on my fucking creative fighter? I try to make the ugliest guy I can. So like I'll just do random shit. But I guess maybe I was inspired by Sean O'Malley. But bro, if you can see, I put tattoos all over, and I put my fucking YouTube channel. Always promoting, bro. This guy's trying to take me down like a little bitch. God damn it, dude. I've always like been curious. Like I think I'll get one person to actually go to my YouTube from here, but I don't think I have yet. My plan is to get somebody who like either just beats the fuck out of me and like comes to troll me, which I think would be great. Because I don't really care if I lose, bro, but I do try to win. But it's like if someone whoops my ass, I would love for them to come on there. But I need to post more of my my fight clips, bro. I've got some crazy KOs on this shit. Get out of here. Get the fuck off me, bro. Get off me. Okay, fuck me. Dude, he keeps doing this grappling shit. It's so gay. Dude, he's gonna throw a body punch soon. I'm ready for it though. I'm gonna throw this fucking uppercut. Ah, fuck me. Dude, I fucking denied that. This game's fucking horseshit. I fucking blocked that. And now I'm stuck on the fucking ground, bro. God damn it. What a puss, man. This shit's fucking embarrassing. Get up. Wow, dude, he made me tap with my foot. What a bitch. Fucking embarrassing, man. But yeah, dude, I would like to see, to be honest with you, I would rather see a Dana White's Contender Series year round and maybe just retire Tough. But if the Tough got some more interesting fighters, right? Like they got good coaches, it would make it even more fun. We need Dana to do some more. Do you want to be a fighter? One of Dana's best moments, bro, is the season when he like told the guys they have to fight, and he like went to the house, gave him a fucking pep talk, and was like, No, if you want to go, if you want to get all the way to the finals, you're gonna have to beat the guy off. And then he's like, "Oh fuck, that didn't sound right." It's one of the best fucking Dana clips. All right, Division 13. See where we can go from here. I've got fucking Power Slap pulled up too. Okay, fuck this guy, motherfucker. We got the fucking cowboy Gene Silva in this bitch. Fuck you, bitch. How you like that uppercut? Let's go. Eat it again, bitch. Oh my god! If you miss strikes in this game, you're fucked, bro. Oh my gosh! Get it, bitch. Eat it. Oh, look at that! Dropped his ass. Okay, fuck you. Eat my fucking knee, or ooh, big elbow. Dude, I don't know how they dodge that shit. Got his ass. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna find this KO. Bang. Let's go. I'm feeling myself now. Got him. Slapped his ass. Bang. Watch his elbow, bro. Watch his elbow. Boot. Sent him. That's what happens when you fuck with me. Yo, fried rice. Should I change my guy's appearance? It's been a while. Just create a new guy. Dude, it's unfortunate. I don't have the fucking I don't have the Elgato card for my Xbox. So you guys can see I got to ghetto rig my shit. I got a fucking webcam pointing at it. Dude, before, I used to have at one point I literally created Lucas Tracy as my character. He looked exactly like Lucas Tracy. And actually Lucas commented on one of my fucking videos when I posted it. Oh, they got Black Beast at Power Slap, y'all. The Black Beast is at Power Slap. Dude, you know what? If you think about it, my guy kind of looks like Wes Schultz from last weekend. Just a little bit. Yeah, we're going to go flat top here. No eyebrow. We're going Bogdan Guskov with that. Do we go goatee? Or do we go Amish beard, bro? Maybe the Amish beard. Yeah, we'll lock in with that for now. change the color. What color do we do here? Like actual ginger? Fire ginge? I literally think I did the same fucking color that I already had. There we go. Fire ginge. Here we go. All right, now we gotta sculpt the face. So wait, Fried Rice, you said King of the Hill, they drop every episode? I'm gonna have to check that out. I love King of the Hill, bro. I haven't watched King of the Hill in so long, man. God damn it, Bobby. I'll tell you what. Isn't Bobby gay in King of the Hill? I can't remember. I think they didn't he or no, he's not. I think they always thought he was, but that's a fucking terrifying looking person. All right, we'll start with this. Now we're sculpting this shit though. I'm gonna protrude the head. He's gonna have some nice head protrusion. Do we give him like the Neanderthal face, or do we make it like nice and scrunched? Oh, the scrunch is kind of fucking funny looking there. And then should he have a big head or a fucking pea head? Oh yeah, that's it, dude. Look at this shit. What the fuck? That looks so terrifying. Jesus. Ooh, angry eyes. I don't know, man. What do we do? Lower it a little bit here. Buddy's pissed, man. Give him the protruding brow like I've got. You can't even see his fucking eyes, dude. Should we have the high eyes or low eyes? Thinking low. I like the scrunched face look. He looks fucking what? This is wild, bro. This is fucking wild. Wait, what allowed me to do that? It's the brow protrusion. It's too protruded, bro. I want to still see the eyes just a little bit. Here we go. Because now we can bring the eyes back down. Oh, he's got a little bit of the Forrest Whitaker eye. Like one eye more open than the other type shit. That's kind of fucking cool. I don't even know what this slider fucking does, dude. I tilt these hoes. Oh my god, this is horrifying. Chris Tognoni is the fucking power slap referee.